What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 3rd day of September in the year 2024. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. President Irfan Ali today charged the Law Reform Commission to prioritize immediate challenges facing the country and to also explore new areas to provide legislative cover. The president today appointed Tenny Husty, Clarissa Reel, and Dinawati Pandey to the commission. The 3 are joining the commission's current chairperson, Emily Dodson, and member Lennox Schumann. In brief remarks, the president urged the commissioners to be bold in their approach and said the commission must be able to recommend steps and amendments to the government that can help to foster and build a modern legal framework.
I want to pause here and ask the Law Reform Commission to also look at some of the challenges we will face in national life that are immediate. AI is one such challenge. How are we going to ensure that the body of our laws are protected, our institutions are protected, and we develop a cross-cutting basis through which we can address the challenges of AI and digitization.
Artificial intelligence refers to computer or software-generated intelligence. President Ali said because of the change in dynamics in the international system and issues such as climate change, the Commission should be able to analyze existing laws with a view to rectify gaps and to also recommend solutions that cut across laws. He said the Commission must engage the private sector also to ensure legislation is in place to enhance the sustainability of the private sector.
Outside of that, I think the Law Reform Commission should also proactively engage the private sector. From a business perspective, to see areas where their competitiveness can be further enhanced, areas in which their sustainability can be further advanced.
The Law Reform Commission was also encouraged to work hand in hand with the Constitutional Reform Commission, which will be examining a full reform of Guyana's constitution. More news coming up in just a moment.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Are you ready to elevate your career with a world-class education from the comfort of your home? The University of Excellence Management and Business, UEMB, Guyana's premier accredited and recognized tertiary institution, invites you to join one or more of our comprehensive 145-degree programs. Registration is now open for our next intake on September 9 and every 2 months thereafter. Enroll now and secure a 50% scholarship. Choose from an ABA, BBA, MBA, MPM, EMBA, EMPM, and LLM degrees, available in 14 specializations. Whether you hold an undergraduate degree, a diploma, or relevant professional qualifications, apply. We are an accredited degree-granting tertiary institution in Guyana. Our programs are also equivalent to a USA Regional Accredited degree. Submit your completed application form, proof of entrance qualification, and any form of ID. For more details, visit our administrative office in the Critchlow Labour College, Front Building, Wolford Avenue, or call 225-1395, 225-1397-9, 618-3434, and 681-3434. Progressing to a degree is as easy as ABC with UEMB. Deal with the best and forget the rest.
For the best and most affordable way to ship to Guyana, ship with Fist Freight. Sign up and take advantage of our business accounts, consolidation, a login portal to view your shipments, and if you shop on Amazon, we'll help you get the taxes you pay on Amazon refunded. That's money back in your pocket. We love bringing you savings. Sign up today and get started for free. Pick up locations in Berbice and in Georgetown.
GCOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. It is the civic duty and legal responsibility of all persons who meet the eligibility requirements to apply for registration. By doing so, you will be ensuring that you are issued a national identification card and be included in the official lists of electors for future elections, providing you meet all eligibility criteria. Persons could be prosecuted, fined, or even sent to prison for failing or refusing to apply for registration. This registration exercise will end on November 29, 2024. For further information, contact GCOM on 225-0277-9 or visit the website www.gcom.org.gy.
Outlandish social media talk show host Michael Rodriguez, known as the Guyanese Critic, has been found guilty of contempt of court and has been ordered to pay a fine of $100,000 within 7 days or face 3 days in jail. Additionally, he has been ordered by the High Court to issue a public apology to the court for his actions. Rodriguez was cited for contempt of court after he live-streamed sections of a court hearing to his social media pages without any permission from the court. The incident took place on the 30th of August during a hearing of the lawsuit against Rodriguez, which was filed by former government minister Simona Brooms for defamation of character. When the matter was called, both Rodriguez and his attorney Sanjeev Tatudin were absent from the court. The court was informed that the attorney was out of the jurisdiction, but a request was made for another attorney and the defendant, Michael Rodriguez, to join the matter virtually. The court granted that permission. However, when Rodriguez and his attorney joined the court case virtually, Rodriguez was on his live online morning talk show. And rather than bring that show to an end, he continued the show and started to air sections of the court's proceedings to his audience. The court was informed of the live broadcast after the hearing was completed and immediately issued a summons to Rodriguez for him to appear and show cause why he should not be held in contempt. In answer to the summons through his attorney, Rodriguez told the court that he was unaware that his actions were wrong and against the law, and offered an apology. The court, however, noted that throughout the live broadcast, Rodriguez told his viewers to be quiet and even ignored warnings that his actions were in contempt of the court. Rodriguez has since accepted that he was guilty of being in contempt of court and accepted too that his actions were a violation of the law. The court ordered today that he pays the fine of $100,000 before the 9th of September or face 3 days in jail. Additionally, he has been ordered to issue a public apology on his show and to also issue a public apology on his website. The matter was heard by Justice Priscilla Chandrahanif. Rodriguez was represented in court today by his attorney Sanjeev Tatudin.
The proceedings have come to an end. this is about what occurred on the last occasion. I think it's been satisfactorily dealt with. It's been dealt with openly, and it's at an end now. There's nothing else we wish to say. We move on with the trial. We move on with the proceedings. We live in a society which is evolving. It's good now that the things that are as they evolve, there's guidance being offered by the court what should happen, so that the average person and journalists especially would be aware this is what you can and can't do. I know there's a thirst in many cases to report quickly and to be the first to report and to do, but now that there is some guidance as to how it happens and what happens about it.
And the attorney for Simona Brooms expressed shock and dismay with what Rodriguez had done. Attorney at law Dexter Todd.
I believe it's important to note that I know we heard my friend commenting that we live in a society, of course, where persons believe that openly they can criticize and become very strong critics of the justice system. It is very dangerous. I believe the judge demonstrated strength by recognizing that the court has a responsibility to protect the administration of justice and, of course, to protect its entire process. Perceptions out there is very, very important. And so the court recognizing that what had happened is not something that should be condoned or ought to be condoned at all, I believe took the right posture, which is to bring the parties to the court and to hold the defendant in contempt of his proceeding, of the court.
The substantial court matter is set to continue at a later date. With regards to that matter, Rodriguez has also offered an apology to the former government minister Simona Brooms for his defamatory statements and has been attempting to get her to settle the matter. Investigations into the 4.4-ton cocaine find at Matthews Ridge in Region 1 are ongoing, with Guyana's Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit now receiving additional international support with those investigations. News sources learned that KANU has been in contact with its partners across the region and internationally, as investigators are convinced that Guyana was just being used as a transshipment point for the $200 million worth of cocaine that was found. The cocaine was destroyed by KANU and the GDF Special Forces after samples were taken for investigation and prosecution purposes. While a number of persons in the area were questioned, there have been no arrests. The cocaine was found buried in several bunker-type pits close to an illegal airstrip and covered with wood and branches this past weekend. KANU and GDF Special Forces were conducting an operation against illegal airstrips when they stumbled upon the pits of cocaine. KANU investigators believe the cocaine was flown into Guyana under the cloak of darkness in the remote jungle area from one of the neighboring countries and hidden for later removal to another destination. Director of KANU James Singh, who was unseen at the site on Sunday, said it appears as though the large parcels of cocaine might have been flown into the area and buried over several days.
The officers, when they came in, they spent several days in here combing the area. And they knew that, as we've shared information with our colleagues from the DA, if it's not above ground, then it's hidden somewhere on the ground. We discovered these pits, dug by hand, camouflage, again, to protect from the elements, from anyone stumbling upon it, and again, for further transshipment. As you see, that's how we took it out. That's exactly, we were waiting until you came to open it.
The pits where the cocaine parcels were buried were estimated to be between 5 and 6 feet deep. KANU suspects that persons in the remote area might have assisted. Abandoned camps were found located nearby along with fuel. In the past few years, a number of illegal airstrips have been found in Guyana's interior region, especially in areas close to the borders with Venezuela and Brazil. Those discoveries have triggered various operations by the security forces.
The Guyana Elections Commission GECOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by December 31st, 2024 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. How to apply for registration? you must visit the GCOM registration office that is responsible for the registration of persons from your area of residence to apply for registration or name change or correction. You must be in possession of the following source documents as might be relevant: original birth certificate or valid Guyana passport for new registration, original marriage certificate and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by way of marriage, original deed poll and original birth certificate in the case of a name change by deed poll, original naturalization certificate and original birth certificate or valid passport in the case of naturalization. This registration exercise will end on November 29th, 2024. For further information, please contact GCOM on the following hotline numbers: 225-027729, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that my crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
The University of Guyana has welcomed more than 3,700 new students for the 2024-2025 academic year. It is the largest batch of new students in the university's 61-year history, according to Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Paloma Mohammed. Among the new students at UG are 3 young teenagers who exceeded expectations by acing the CXC examinations a full year or 2 ahead of the normal cohort. 2 of the students were accepted into the computer sciences program in the Faculty of Natural Sciences, and the other student has been accepted into the Faculty of Engineering and Technology.
This is the largest class of students we are bringing into the university in its 61-year history. So you're making history again. But the significance of that figure, for those of you who are good at math, and you all should at least be able to do some simple multiplication, division, if you divide 74,000 students who are from Guyana, who took the CXC exams, and 3,700 are getting admitted, you recognize that you are in a very select, special, significant, and privileged group.
The Vice-Chancellor said the growing number of persons at the university is as a result of a direct effort by the university to expand its footprint beyond the coastland and to ensure that at least one person from every Guyanese household attends university.
Those growing numbers that you see are beginning to fulfill that promise that we made to the nation, because we're a national university, and that the mandate that we worked for ourselves to get a diverse group in here and to get everyone in. And why did we say that? We said that because, one, the prognosis for changing the lives of an entire family is over 40%. If you have one person in that family who would have gone to a university, even if they did not complete, you have 40% of changing, transforming the entire families. One, somebody else may be looking at you and saying, I can do that if she or he did that. The income levels of that family will change also.
Meanwhile, Registrar of the University of Guyana, Dr. Nigel Grisandi, in his presentation, urged the new students to make the most of their time at the University of Guyana and to ensure that their time at UG is not wasted.
You are indeed responsible for what you do, and you must ensure that you do the work that will be required of you. While we expect you to assume a new level of responsibility, please, freshmen, realize that you will not be alone in this journey. If you find things difficult, don't run away. Seek help.
Through its 8 academic divisions and 9 research institutes and centers, including an accredited College of Medical Sciences, a School of Entrepreneurship and Business Innovation, and the Faculty of Earth and Environmental Sciences, the University of Guyana has provided education, training, and research to more than 64,000 students over the past 61 years. The University of Guyana's School of Medicine has been fully accredited for another 4 years by the Caribbean Accreditation Authority for Education in Medicine and Other Health Professions. In a statement, the University of Guyana explained that the accreditation was granted after a rigorous evaluation process was completed. That process included the comprehensive site visit and review of the school's medical education program. The university also said that the Caribbean Accreditation Authority's decision to extend accreditation supports the university's ongoing commitment to excellence in medical education. The recognition is also being seen as underscoring the school's adherence to the highest standards for producing skilled, ethical, and competent healthcare professionals. The Caribbean Accreditation Authority for Education in Medicine and Other Health Professions is responsible for setting and evaluating standards in medical, dental, veterinary, and other health professions across CARICOM states. The accreditation affirms the medical school's dedication to educational excellence and its mission to address the region's health challenges while supporting sustainable development, the university said in its statement. 1 year after a Rose Hall Berbice woman and her young son were brutally chopped to death inside their home, a suspect has finally been charged for the double murder. The Guyana Police Force announced today that 33-year-old quarantine resident and security guard Quincy Hooper has been charged for the August 23, 2023 murder of 30-year-old Melissa Arokiam and her son 8-year-old Anthony Arokiam. The double murder accused appeared in court today, and he was not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charges. He is expected to return to court on the 4th of October for the continuation of the case. The man had earlier been arrested during the early stages of the investigations. However, he was released as his family members complained that he was mentally ill. He was known to the murdered woman and her family and would do odd jobs for her around the house and the yard. Following a number of interviews and further investigations, the investigators believe that Hooper was the person who took the life of the mother and son. The murder had thrown the town of Rose Hall into a state of disbelief and mourning after the bodies of the mother and her son were found side by side in their blood-soaked home. The woman had been slashed to the neck and other parts of the body, while the young boy was stabbed repeatedly and also slashed to his body. A motive for the double murder remains unknown. The murder accused, who recently worked as a security guard, is a former member of the Guyana Defense Force and is believed to have a number of relatives in the police force.
Look at the breathtaking beauty of the Essequibo, from its pristine rivers to its abundant resources. It's a treasure that belongs to Guyana, and we ask Venezuela to respect the rule of international law.
Our commitment to this land is not just about ownership. It's about preserving its beauty and resources for our people and future generations.
The controversy between Guyana and Venezuela was settled internationally as full, perfect, and final in 1899. Essequibo belongs to Guyana.
Win one of 10 great prizes in the Mobile Dip and Win promotion. Win a motorcycle, TVs, shopping sprees, or free mobile lubricant. Just buy any mobile lubricant, collect your entry form, complete it, and drop it into boxes provided at leading stores. Yes, buy any mobile lubricant and have a chance to win great prizes. Promotion ends October 2, 2024. Mobile lubricant, proven performance for your engine.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Across the region tonight in neighboring Venezuela, a judge in Venezuela has issued an arrest warrant for Edmundo Gonzalez, the opposition's candidate in the country's recent presidential election. It comes after a request by the Public Prosecutor's Office, which is loyal to President Nicolas Maduro, reports the BBC. Mr. Maduro was declared the winner of July's election by the country's Electoral Council, which is stacked with government loyalists. But the government has yet to publish any evidence to support its claim of victory, while the opposition says their polling data shows Mr. Gonzalez won easily. No sooner was the petition received from Venezuela's Public Prosecution's Office than the judge granted the request, and the arrest warrant against Mr. Gonzalez was issued. The step represents a significant ramping up of political tensions in the South American nation, the BBC reports tonight. In Montserrat, former Premier Donaldson Romeo has announced that his National Progressive Movement had agreed to a merger with the People's Democratic Movement led by opposition leader Paul Lewis to contest the upcoming October 24 general election in Montserrat. In a radio broadcast, Romeo, who served as premier from 2014 to 2019, and Lewis said that the merger will be led by Lewis, and that the decision to come together reflects their deep commitment towards unity of purpose, which they consider to be essential to take Montserrat forward. They also said that the merger under the PDM banner brings together 2 past presidents of the Montserrat Civil Association, a former premier, a former speaker of the Montserrat Legislative Assembly, 3 former ministers, and the outgoing opposition leader. In addition, they said that the politicians will be joined by skilled entrepreneurs and businessmen who adds to the vibrancy of skills, desire, and true belief in the future of Munstrat's promise. And finally tonight, international news. A school bus plowed into a crowd of people, killing at least 11, including 5 students, in China's Shandong province. Several others were badly injured. The bus appears to have rammed into the students and parents as they were standing outside the gates of a school. The driver reportedly lost control of the vehicle, the state media reported. He has since been taken into custody as the investigations into the incident are ongoing. It is unclear if the incident was intentional. Deadly traffic accidents are a frequent occurrence in China, reports the BBC. In July this year, police said a vehicle crashed into a group of pedestrians in the central city of Changsha, killing 8 people and injuring several others. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to have a safe and enjoyable night.